Hello and welcome to another how to install Elite Dangerous on Linux. If you have saw the last tutorial I made about this topic, there I used the Lutris installer and installed Elite Dangerous on Linux using Wine. In this tutorial I will focusing on Proton. On Proton 4.2 and any newer version. If you once had installed Elite Dangerous using Proton with an older version, you had to download a custom Proton 3.16 build and then use that for running Elite Dangerous. There are also very good tutorials on YouTube about this topic. But today we're gonna focus on Wine 4.2 and Proton 4.2, and we don't need to download a custom Proton executable. So in this video I will follow up this installation guide. I will link this one in the description, and here you see the official build of Proton 4.2 runs Elite Dangerous, but it's not just an hit install and play experience as it is on most games. You need to actually fiddle around. You need to install some dependencies inside the Proton prefix, which is described here. First of all, we need to take a look on the prerequisites which are listed here. So we need Wine 4.0 or a newer version. If we don't use 4.0 or any newer version, we will have some struggle with installing .NET 4.0, which is listed below here. And also we need a newer winetricks version 2019 from the 10th March or newer. For those like me who don't have these Wine and winetricks versions in their repositories, you can use Lutris to achieve this, and this is also how I will do it in this tutorial. So for this, I will first open up a terminal, open Lutris. I just opened up this terminal to have a progress, some sort of progress notification if we run winetricks. So yeah, we see and then here I go and select Wine. If you don't have any, we just install Lutris or open Lutris, and here we can manage the Wine versions which Lutris do have installed, and you see I have a view installed. And so because I have Wine installed above 4.0, I will not download a new version here, so I will just use the ones which are already installed. So yeah, you see below here I have an ed Proton fix Lutris prefix, let's call it like this. I will just delete it to set up a new one, which is used to avoid using the terminal with these little snippet. So first of all, what do we need to do? As I said, we need to install some requisites inside the Proton prefix, which are .NET 4.0 and Visual C++ run 2015. If, and that's also in my case, if it's also on my distribution the case, if for some reason the installation of Visual C++ runtime 2015 fails for you, you can also go with 2017. This works as well. That's how I will do it in this tutorial. So yeah, how we do it. So first of all, we open up Lutris. Like I said, we check if we have a suitable Wine version installed, and then we hit the little plus and select Add Game. Here we just give it a name, ed Proton fix. We select Wine as a runner. On the game options here, we will add the Proton prefix as a Wine prefix. So if we run winetricks through Lutris, it will run inside our Proton prefix. So for this, we need to find out where our actual Proton prefix is installed. For this, we can open up Steam, and if you already have installed Elite Dangerous, you can in fact just install Elite Dangerous, and if you run it, like if I hit play, it will set up the default wine prefix, which is not a problem if it do so. Here in the tutorial, it's described that you need to delete the existing prefix, but this is not necessary. So I will just make Steam or Proton set up the wine prefix and install the and run the first time setup. We wait for it to finish, and then we will see that Elite Dangerous will actually start and then crash. Just wait a few seconds. So it's running and it's crashing. So wonderful. That's exactly the behavior as it, well, in some kind should be. So if you don't know where you have Elite Dangerous installed, you can right click it, hit Properties, go over to Local Files and hit Search Local Files, which will open up your installation folder of Elite Dangerous. In my case, you see it's on a different partition. It's on this path, but this is not where the wine prefix, the Proton prefix is actually stored. For this, you need to go up to Directories and enter compatdata. There you will find, these are the app IDs of the actual game. Elite Dangerous has the app ID 359320, which you can also find out by Steam by going to the shop page. And up here in this URL you see the actual app ID from Elite Dangerous, so we just need to open up this folder. And there we see, here's our default wine prefix which just got created before, and inside this pfx folder this is the actual prefix. So I need to select this folder, paste it in here as a wine prefix. We don't need to set an executable, no arguments, no working directory. We just want winetricks to work and run in the right directory. So then we go to runner options. We select the suitable wine version. I will use the TK glitch build 4.5 and not a protonified, because if you use a protonified version, there are missing winetricks. I think they have Proton tricks, but I don't know. Currently Lutris has only the option to run winetricks. We can enable DXVK just to prevent Lutris or the actual 4.5 wine build to replace the DXVK DLLs with the direct 3D DLLs from Wine. So we can enable this, we can just leave it. This does not really make a difference. On some distributions it's sometimes required to enable DXVK, otherwise there is some, I don't know, UI issues. I don't know, I never came across such a problem, but I read or heard about it in other cases. But we can just leave it off. Next thing, which is in my case necessary, is to disable the Lutris runtime. Otherwise, I don't know why, Lutris is not able to open up winetricks. Yeah. If you have also the problem that Lutris will not open up winetricks, just disable the Lutris runtime and you're good to go. So just take a quick look. We give it a name. We set wine as a runner. We set the wine prefix. We set a correct wine version. We disable the Lutris runtime and everything is okay. We hit save. And there we have our new Lutris prefix. Let's call it Lutris prefix. It's not a prefix. However, so, and then we select this little guy and hit winetricks. We wait for winetricks to open up, which is, here we see Wine 4.5 was updating the prefix, which is not a problem. So here we have winetricks. We select the default wine prefix. We select install Windows DLL. And here we select .NET 4.0. And we select Visual C++ 2017, because on my distribution, I don't know why, the installation of Visual C++ 2015 always fails, and I just tried the different wine versions and I got it never to work. So the thing is, if Visual C++ fails for you to install, you will be able to open up the launcher. You will be able to log in the launcher. You will be able to start the game. But after the shader pre-computation and the after preparing the planet and racial system, you will get a little error message which says unable to log in. Are you sure you're running the latest version? Please run the game through the launcher. Something like this. But this only happens if Visual C++ is not installed, which was the problem I encountered while I was recording this tutorial a few minutes before. So yeah, in my case, and maybe on some other distributions, or maybe it's just a Wine thing, I don't know where this behavior came from. Just select Visual C++ 2070 and you're still good to go. So we hit install it, okay, and then we just wait for this little log to finish logging. So we can be sure it's installed. And yeah, if it's successfully installed, which is hopefully the case, then the winetricks window will reappear. But if there are some errors, the winetricks window will not reappear, so we can see if some errors happened. But I don't expect any errors to be happen. But you never know, maybe with a new Lutris build, wine build, whatever, winetricks build, who knows, maybe Visual C++ is broken again. But I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it will work for you with 2015, and if not, there's still the 2017 option. So yeah, we just wait. It's not finished yet. No. Yeah, installing .NET is boring. It's the part which takes the most time if you install any game through Wine or Proton. Installing .NET is always a long and boring process. Yeah, and yeah, as I said, if you don't use a suitable Wine version, so 4.0 or any newer version, .NET installations are even more pain in the ass than it's right now. Hooray, it's done. So we can hit cancel, and we can close Lutris, we can close our terminal, and then just have a quick look if any Wine process is still running or any exe. Looking good. So yeah, now we can just hit play in Elite Dangerous. So yeah, I want to run Elite Dangerous Horizons. Elite Dangerous is being started. So if you encounter some errors like this one, just ignore them. It still works. I'm not sure it's, as you can see, the run 32, run DLL 32. I don't know what's this problem, but this only appears if Proton had an update or if you're using a different Wine version and the prefix is being updated. That's the only case when this message appears. So, and here we have the Elite Dangerous launcher. If the launcher does not look like this for you and it's more like something like this, you see it's just some sort of weird overlay, which yeah, just ignore it as well. So I want to use an existing account. So, and now pixel filter, hooray! Remember my password, login. Invalid credentials. What did I read? Oh. So, and an authentication code, which is sent to my email address. Authenticate with Elite Dangerous. Hooray! There is our authentication code. Send. Close Thunderbird. No, you don't want to have this hardware report. The hardware report is some kind of funny. I just will show you. It's also this thing. I don't know why this is broken. Hardware overview. It's kind of funny what's written in there, but never mind. Because there's stuff written such as Windows XP as an operating system. I'm pretty sure Proton uses at least Windows 7 or Windows 10. Oh, last time I looked in this this hardware guide, also the CPU and the memory values were completely wrong. Oh, here, DirectX 9C, but it's using 11. However, this hardware report is just broken, so we can just hit play and wait for Elite Dangerous to boot up. So, where will it appear? On the left or on the right screen? On the right screen. Let's move it around here. Ah, come. Hey. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I broke it. Please, no. Oh, crap. I hate it. Sometimes if you minimize the game using Proton, you will have trouble to get it to work again. So just never mind this little feature of mine. If you select borderless window, you will not encounter those issues. It's just a Proton thing as far as I know. Or it's a wine thing in general. I don't know. Some full screen applications are broken if you just Alt Tab out of it. So we just wait for it. Oh, it's now in window mode. Oh, good. Why not? Window mode is good as well. I just want to show that it is actually working. Well, okay. That's also a thing which really rare happens. Sometimes Proton has trouble playing back the Elite Dangerous intro. I don't know what's the problem. If you just restart the game, it will work. It's just how Windows debugging works, you know. It's a Windows application, so you just need to restart it and everything is good again. Don't ask me. It just sometimes happens, but that's not a big deal. If the game runs, and it runs and runs and runs and runs for hours and hours and hours. So, again, take 3. Come on, don't disappoint me. This is a tutorial which should show all the people how great the life for Linux gamers is. Or something like that. Marvelous, we see the frontier development Elite Dangerous MP4 is working. So, shaders are being precompiled, planetary generation system is, however, and bam. Game is being loaded. So if your Visual C++ installation failed, you will at least notice it at this point if the game was not being loaded. So yeah, so let's just open up the options. I want borderless window and I want full HD, and this could be set to ultra. Hooray! Yes. So here we go. Gens. Did I miss something? What's about the frame limiter? Where do I disable that one? There. Great. So yeah, it is working, and we can just continue playing a private group. Yeah, and there we go. Sorry for this little lagging screencast. It's just a simple screen recorder thing because it does desktop recording. If I could select window recording, this would be much better, but it's just for tutorial and preview reasons. It's working, trust me. It's working extremely well. If you want to record Elite Dangerous on Linux, I recommend OBS, and then there you should use window recording or X Composite, I think it's called, or it's XSHM. However, the option inside OBS where you can just select one special window and say record just the context of that window, that will work well. So yeah, we see Elite Dangerous is working and we can quit to the desktop. Hooray! We successfully installed Elite Dangerous using Proton and in some parts Lutris, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I hope this helps you as well. And yeah, if you have trouble with running this with Proton, there is still the Lutris option, which is still working. And yeah, the only thing you have to remember on the Lutris installation and running it through Lutris and running it with Wine is just to correct the registry keys. But yeah, on Proton this is not necessary. On Proton you just need to install .NET 4.0 and Visual C++ 2015 or 17. Yeah. That's it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, and I hope you can now just easily play Elite Dangerous on Linux. See you in another video, in another tutorial. However, bye bye. Or we if you want to check out, and if you're speaking German, we also do speak English if we have English audience. Sometimes we also streaming Elite Dangerous on Twitch from my view, so on Linux using Proton, yeah, with OBS. The links to the Twitch channel are in the description if you're interested in some Linux live streaming. Yeah, my two streaming and let's playing buddies are both using Windows, so if we are streaming and I'm not the one who is streaming, it's not a Linux stream, it's a Windows stream. But if I am the one who is streaming, which is most of the time the case, then you can be pretty sure it's a Linux stream. Yeah, if you want to be really sure, you can just ask, or if there is a little text somewhere in the corner, in the upper left, upper right, lower left or right, then you know, okay, it's Vortex, and it's Vortex recording it from Linux and playing it on Linux. So yeah, if you're interested, it's most of the case Linux live streams, just check out our Twitch channel in the description. See ya, bye bye.